I have a spot in me for these legacy champions that used to be kind of good and have just fallen way down.
No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle.
Hey guys, Asher coming at you today, Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video. Oh, you guys are mad at me. You're mad at me. Is it true? Have I done the most just egregious thing you can do on Raid Shadow Legends YouTube, which is throw shade at Juliana?
Everyone, let's just take a deep breath.
I already took 2 breaths, too. So I can breathe so deep that I can move furniture with my breath. So I rearranged my whole house that way. So I just
How's that even possible?
Okay, let's try to get back on track.
That's right. In this video, I included Juliana as one of my 20 worst epic champions inside the game. The other 19, you guys pretty much agreed on, maybe a couple exceptions, but Juliana, boy, did I hear it from you guys. But I've said this in the past. I actually love when I'm wrong about things like this because it gives me an opportunity to actually take some time with this champion and admit if and when I'm wrong. So let's take a look at Juliana. First thing you need to know about Juliana is she was buffed in 2022, so about 2 years ago, and before the buff, she was like top 5 worst champion in my opinion. It was really, really bad, right? Let's review her kit and we'll talk about what changed when she was buffed as well, in case you haven't touched Juliana in a long time on your account. So a battle dance is her A1, attacks one enemy 2 times. Each critical hit fills this champion's turn meter by 10%. Damage scales off of attack, by the way. Her base HP is meh, 15k. Her base attack is pretty solid, almost 1400. Her defense is meh at 881 and 103 on the speed. On her A2, lethal partner, 3-turn cooldown. This used to be a 5-turn cooldown. That is awful. Thankfully, they bring it down to a 3 here. Increased crit rate on this champion for 2 turns, then attacks one enemy 2 turns. Places a 5% poison debuff on the target for 3 turns if the attack is critical. Also ignores 50% of the defense when Romero is on the same team. So poisons on the A2, right? It doesn't read this way, but one thing I found out in preparation for today's video that I did not know going into the top 20 worst epic champions video is each hit places the poison, even though it doesn't read that way on the skill. Usually the way that it says places a poison debuff on the target for 3 turns if the attack is critical means 1 poison, but no, it's 2. So it happens on both hits, which is a big difference. 2 big versions of poison for 3 turns is actually really solid, right? On the A3 ability, used to be a 5-turn, they buffed it to a 4-turn. It used to remove 1 buff from the target, now it removes all buffs from the target. A lot of books have to go into Juliana. Attacks 1 enemy, removes all buffs from the target, has a 100% chance of placing 1 HP burn for 3 turns on that 4-turn cooldown. Ally crit rate, it's an arena battles by 20%, pretty much a worthless aura there, so we're gonna basically negate that. So let me show you really quickly here on the, in the arena, just to prove it out to you guys, that has a 2 poisons. That really bothers me. It's just one of many abilities in Raid that doesn't read correctly, right? Each hit places should say 5% poison. So, boom, there's 1 and 2. There it is, 2 poisons, 3 turns. Super, super solid there, right? So, early game, can you get viability out of Juliana? Absolutely. Early game, she can be a great clan boss champion with the 2 poisons on the 3-turn cooldown. For Dragon in the early game as well, you can remove the increased attack on the Dragon, right, with the A3 ability, and you can place those poisons on the A2, and she can deal some pretty solid damage on top of that. But could she be used in the mid game? In the end game? Today, I decided to put her in my favorite build for Juliana for kind of the mid and end game accounts, and that is regeneration in some righteous gear as well, because why not try to get her to solo some content as well? I'm thinking like Doom Tower content, like the Griffin, maybe solo or duo Griffin, solo or duo Frost Spider, solo or duo Scarab King type content, right? With the poisons. And absolutely, she can. Not bad. Very, very, very slow. Is she going to be the best to do it, especially with that low HP? Absolutely not. But can she? If you're lacking some other champions, absolutely she can. We look at her total stats here. 59k on the HP, 3200 on the defense, defense, 2,800 on the attack, 242, 80, and 111. Keep in mind, she does bring her own increased crit rate on that A2 ability, so it nice alleviates some of that necessity, to get that 100% crit rate, where you really do need that on her to place the poisons right on the A2. Anyway, we need resist at 285. We have accuracy, of course, at 421 on today's build. We have a blood shield ring on her as well, going to help out a lot. We can parlay that. I don't have her awakened, but I would absolutely pair that with emergency heal as well as a blessing. That would be a great tandem, blood shield plus the emergency heal. I have blood shield nonetheless, defense on the amulet. I have accuracy on the banner. I have HP percentage with speed ascension on the boots. I have HP percentage with HP percentage on the chest, and then I have crit rate with some crit damage on the gauntlets. So again, fairly good gear here that we do have on Juliana, but I just wanted to push her to the limit, especially since I didn't have her awakened. I went with these blessings, guys. I wanted to make sure I had enough accuracy for all the content that we're going to be trying out here. So I went with Eagle Eye. Of course, no worries to go down the offense tree as well. You can go with, War Master to get a little bit of extra damage out of Juliana, but suffice it to say, most of the damage from Juliana, even if you have Romero on the same team, is going to be coming from the poisons and the burns that she brings to the table. I also have Retribution and Deterrence for that A1 to get some counterattacks, thus some more turn meter fill off of the A1 ability. So that is the build, guys. I like the build. Let me just kind of cut to the chase here. I'm going to show you her in Dragon. She's going to be great in Dragon, even Dragon Hard 10. Let me get the real team here. I was getting ready to do a Richtoff, the bold guide on the other channel. I like her paired with a Dark Kale. If you have Dark Kale from Doom Tower, go ahead and put her with him. Dark Kale is going to be a better pairing than Romero by far.
Oh, babe, you had a crush on me. That's embarrassing.
We're married.
Still.
Because he's going to be able to activate not just the poisons, but also the HP burn with his A1 ability that Juliana brings to the table here. So Seer just kind of get us through here. Yumeko to help out, obviously, with the Reflect against the Dragon, but obviously to reset the Seer to get us through these waves as well. And she's going to be a great tandem for anywhere Dragon progression, again, with Dark Kale. Her and Dark Kale fit together beautifully. You can also use her in Shogun, which I'll show you in just a moment, along with like a DPS, like a Cold Heart or a Ninja. However, you have to be careful that she does gain turn meter on her A1, so it may fall out of sync. That can be a benefit, but it can also be a curse. You just ought to be aware of that. Can throw off kind of tuning and stuff like that. But look at this. This is Dragon Hard 10. A little RNG obviously going to be happening with Kale's A1, but heck yeah, man. This is like really, really solid team, solid stuff. Here she's going to be able to go in. Oh, that was her A1. I kind of want to go in A3 and remove the increased attack from the Dragon sometime soon here. You can go in the team setup, obviously, and take care of that as well. There's the increased attack, but we stay alive. Team's doing pretty well. Not bad, a 1 minute run. Hopefully, there we go. Not bad at all, right? Okay, so I was freaking wrong. I was wrong. Add it to the list, man. Add it to the list of Ash eating crow. I mean, listen, this is the part where I'm brutally honest both ways. Is she a top 20 epic? Hell to the no. She's not a top 20 epic, right? Dark Kale is way better than her, for example, in a vacuum. But she's unique enough, right? And you can build her in different ways, such as in a regen set, that you can absolutely use her in a few different areas in the end game or in progression, and she's not a top 20 worst champion in the game, or worst epic in the game. I was wrong. My excuse, as lame as it is, but I should be better than this. My excuse is I hadn't tried good old Juliana since way before her buff, and I remember the underwhelming version. So it's bad, but it is what it is. Phantom Shogun Grove, stage 25. How about this team? How about using her on a Gnarlhorn team here? Let me quickly show you the team setup. I should have shown you the last one as well. I don't feel like we need to be here all day on Juliana.
I've admitted my faults. What do you want from me?
We will ask the question. What the
Gnarlhorn, gonna go in, obviously not using the A2. You can see he's at 179 slow speed. He's gonna be our enfeeble tank. We have a priority on the A2, and then the A3 after that. Paragon we have with the damage control, Paragon Cheese. We have Cold Heart as our DPS with a Heartseeker priority, not using the A2. And then we have Reliquary Tender opening up with a Warden Staff, and then prioritizing the Cleanse and the Continuous Heals at 285 speed. So let's see how this team does here. You guys, I can always count on you guys to let me know when I say foolish things. So maybe we can put her partner Romero in her place. Just trying to piss some of you guys off at the end of the video, right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Romero, he got a buff too, actually. I want to take a quick look at Romero to see what his partner skill is with Juliana, because frankly, I forgot, right? Clearly a couple that I have been neglecting for years and years here. But, you know, she's going to be a great little option here for a little bit of DPS here against the Shogun. Again, this is stage 25. Nice and easy here, especially after the nerfs, but this team would have worked anyway. It's the Paragon Cheese Gnarlhorn team, but it gets the job done, and it's a bunch of rares, really, you know, and in Juliana, of course. So pretty fast, too. Again, just like the Dragon team. Dependable 100%. And fast enough where you can just viably farm this, right, with a team like this. I have a whole video out on the kind of the skeleton or the foundation, so to speak, of this team. If you guys want to check that out, I'll try to remember to link it in today's video description, which I always forget to do. But anyway, this is the squad. I'll come back at you guys in about 20-30 seconds when it's over, and we'll just take a quick look at Romero, and I want to see where hellhades.com, the best website in the biz, where they rank Juliana. All right, guys, Phantom Shogun down there in about a minute and 44 seconds. Probably can get a little bit faster there, too. Let me take a quick look, if I can speak today, at Romero, my guy here. I used to like Romero way back in the day for Faction Wars. She has a continuous heal on all allies for 2 turns, steals a buff from an enemy on this A2. Not bad. Continuous heal on the ally, lowest HP on the A1. And then a shield on all allies, 25% of their max HP for 2 turns. Increased defense on this champion for 2 turns on a 4-turn, meh. And then attacks all enemies 3 times with Juliana on the stalwart partner. I have to take a look now at his multiplier on this ability here, because that's a 3-time hitter on a 3-turn cooldown. That's not half bad. Really quickly, Juliana, hellhades.com, area rankings. Clan Boss, a 4 out of 5. Dragon, 4.5 out of 5. Eternal Dragon, a 4 out of 5 here. Her multipliers are a 2.4 on the A1, strong, a 3 on the A2, godlike, and a 6 on the A3, godlike damage rating. So, man, it's cool to be wrong, because then we get to do videos like these and take a look at why, and give these champions a bit of a spotlight here. I'm going to check on the... We saw her in the arena very briefly here, right? Let me just see that multiplier on that A3, man. I mean, we don't have her built for a ton of damage or anything like that in the regen set, but I just want to go back at that squad here and just kind of test it out. Just see with no buffs and anything. Not that it means much here, but let's just see. A3, Sulfurian, boom. Okay, it's not going to mean much here on this team. Okay, Romero, his A3 multiplier is a 1.4. So it's nothing too special, but, you know, not too bad at the same time, I guess. Like, what, a 4.7 overall? Not bad, I guess, to have him as a tandem. What do you guys think? What do you guys think as a partner? I think Juliana probably better on her own. Let me end with a quick auto battle clan boss. I'm just going to throw her in as she is, in as a DPS on a clan boss team. Demon Lord, let's see what we have. We have Magic Affinity, so that works. We have Krisk on this team. I don't think Krisk is a realistic option for progression necessarily. Well, crap, let's just do it with Krisk and see what she can do. This should be an easy Wixwell, no speed tuning at all. Just 2 buff extenders in Ancherite and Krisk and Hellborn, excuse me. So we have the buff extenders. We have Hellborn Sprite in a shield set. We have Wixwell to just make all the magic happen. And Juliana's going to be carrying the brunt of the damage here. Hopefully, fingers crossed, 116 million damage. Nice and easy, right? So you can use her basically against any affinity as a clan boss DPS as well. 56 million. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. Put your pitchforks away, at least until the next video, guys. Send us some love, some positive vibes your way. Thank you for watching all the way till the end. Let me know. Hey, if I'm ever wrong on anything, I love doing video guides like this to, you know, atone for my sins here in Raid Shadow Legends. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.